You are listening to the Kentucky X-Files with hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, so you never miss an episode. Now, on to our show.
Something that would be in the context of the supernatural.
He described it as being a gray, silver-looking, upright bipedal creature, dragging a deer out of that cave going up the hill.
Where he goes, hey, I got a question for you. He goes, do you believe in demons?
And it takes one big step and vanishes. I'm like, oh my God, that was a Bigfoot.
And look at these pictures of this white creature.
Something 7'3" to 8 foot tall.
Right.
That, let's say it like.
And I'm telling you right now, if this was a bear, and this bear was standing on his hind legs, and he was running like a man, no, this wasn't no bear.
Now, when it stood up, that's when I knew it was a Dogman.
Welcome back, guys, to the Kentucky X-Files. Today we are going to talk about
you guys.
Yeah, look, we're going to start it off with you guys.
Let's talk about these beautiful people that are holding this show up on their shoulders. You know,
We're big.
I know.
Props to
a
them.
lot of weight, combined weight to hold up.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I'm like too much for YouTube right now. Just got to tip over. I'm stretching YouTube every time we put up a video.
You know, I noticed. You know, something I've noticed recently is when a channel starts.
Yep.
All right, they start and they get into these topics, and they try to take the honest approach. You know, and like we've maintained from the beginning, is we don't know for sure, but we're working on it. You know, and you guys are along for the ride with us. Have you noticed that channels that, you know, kind of push the false, you know, advertisement, the false credit, you know, false evidence, just blow up? Right? They go crazy. And then I started looking back, and I'm like, you know, how can you get that state of mind without looking at the big channels? You know, what was it, the one you turned me on to, Cryptid Creatures?
Yeah.
Still listen to them guys.
Yeah.
I actually really like what they do.
Yeah.
You know, said a hello to them on their channel a while back. You know, it's just, hey neighbors, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're pretty close to us. They're from Indiana, aren't they?
Yeah, really cool channel. You guys out there, if you haven't checked them out, you should.
Yeah. They have a lot of phone-in guests.
Yeah,
A lot.
it's really cool. I've listened to a bunch of them too. Some of the stories are really incredible. And you know, we've always, you know, I know I'm guilty of this one, bringing up the big names out there. And you know, I don't really follow those channels anymore. I did in regards to the Dogman stuff.
Yeah.
I have all but dropped off of almost everything out there. We've had a couple of guests here, you know, on this show that have told us their experiences and such. And you know, when I look over at the bigger channels and I see all the stories, and well, let me just be honest with you guys out there. Everything eventually creates a pattern. And a big part of this for me is the behavioral patterns. And when I say behavioral pattern, example, and I'm going to be generous with this, and you know, if I'm off, you know, you can correct me out there, but I want to say 90% of the cryptid known as the Dogman, the behaviors that I've heard on these, you know, different stories, here's what we get. We get an upright, maybe 6 foot, maybe a little bit bigger, completely ripped, like Rambo 2 ripped, dog or wolf type, werewolfish creature that's got a superiority complex. It's out in the open. It wants you to see it. It wants you to be afraid. It wants you to know that it is better than you, and it could take you out at any step. It's fast. It's vicious. It startles animals. And I want to welcome you to go back and listen to all of them like I have. And make your own list. And then I challenge you to tell me I'm wrong. But here's the problem. For all of these behaviors, when I go to the bigger channels and I look for the video evidence and photo evidence, none of those characteristics are being displayed. Out of nowhere, this superior specimen, this massive canine creature, lycanthrope, whatever you want to call him, all of a sudden he's reduced to a shadow hiding behind some bushes because of a cell phone camera. So that's all it takes? I just carry a camera with me. I can walk right into their den. I can walk in the woods wherever I want because this little cell phone, this little cheap cell phone I got, has a camera. And the second I flip it on, all of a sudden the Dogman is a dark shadow behind a bush. He's not going to hurt me. I might catch him on film. Hey, I might be live streaming. So if you kill me, you're going to be on TV.
Well, there's another thing, too, that I've always noticed about there's a lot of inconsistencies in a lot of people's sightings with because some people say that they see, after they had their encounter, military comes through.
Yeah, I've heard that, too.
They come, they have all this equipment and that.
That actually, out of hundreds of stories, that is a minority. It doesn't happen, but maybe once every 20 or 30 encounters, I'll say. And when it does happen, it's always the same scenario. The military comes in, they black out everything, they take all the trail cams down, or they take all of the memory cards out of it. Somehow the footage, home security cameras are deleted, the footage is gone. It's very thorough. Very, very thorough. But it's still inconsistent because why would you have to? This thing doesn't like to be on film, apparently. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to call you a liar if you've seen this thing. If you have seen it, let's get on the phone. Let's talk about it. Tell me, educate me. If you have photos, send them in. But as of right now, the behavior patterns that have been betrayed by the Sasquatch are about 80% more consistent. The photos that I've seen, some of the more compelling photographs I've seen, and then there's, the minority now of the ones that are just too good to be true. They're a lot more consistent.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about how good a photo is, especially of the big guy.
Yeah.
You're going to question it to its core.
We're going to, yeah.
And I hate
it's our duty to do that.
But the crappy thing, the bad thing about the whole thing is that I think we're going to do it so much that we might do that. What is the whole pareidolia, where you look at something so long you'll see something?
Yeah.
Is there a chance that could be reversed? Say that we have a picture that's super compelling and we're staring at it and staring at it. Do you think we're going to see something that's going to trip us up, saying okay, we think we saw a zipper, or we saw some type of thing that makes it fake to us?
I was sent one in private, and I do not have permission yet, but I will. It's coming.
Yeah.
A guy who was recently on the show, like I said, I don't want to give away anything. He has his own channel he's working on, and I don't want to break any news here. But he sent me a piece of footage to look at, and you guys have seen how I want to know. I want to know, but I'm not willing to buy into everything, you know. And there was something in the video that stopped me cold in my tracks, and I just don't know how to disprove it. And it came down to the moisture in the eyes and the blinking. And that basically what I'm seeing is there's a face. And at first glance, it's exactly what you described, the pareidolia. You know, you're like, oh, you know, yeah, it looks like a face, you know. But when the footage is slowed down, and I started to watch it, I see an eye blink, and then I see the moisture in the eyes, and I'm like, wait a minute, holy shit, what am I seeing here? And I must have watched it maybe a couple hundred times, and it actually caused me to be quite honest, it costed me some sleep, because after I saw it, it was like hitting a brick wall, where I'm like, usually I can flip the red spectrum on and I can erase pareidolia from the board. You know, this looks like a face over here. Whew, red spectrum. There's no face there.
Yeah.
Just leaves. But every now and again, there is something there creating shadows, and the red spectrum kind of adjusts to it. It doesn't really white it out or red it out. It just, you know, kind of shows you like, okay, hey, this is a solid object. Kind of like the trees you know, if you see the tree and the red spectrum hits it, it's a red tree now. But if you see a bunch of leaves and there's, you know, supposedly a face in it, now it's just red. There's nothing there, you know. And then this one slowed down, it blinked. And it just screws with my head so much. Even right now, I'm thinking about it like, God damn it, what the hell? If this is a suit, this is incredible. And then the fact that it's not obvious. It was something caught on accident in the background. And to see it, you know, part of it, you know, actually part of its face behind a tree, and it's watching, and it literally leans out, and I got my hand covering the mic as I do this. It leans out, and it looks, and it blinks, and as it blinks, you could see where the light actually reflects off of the moisture in the eye, and that is something that I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The Todd Standing Bigfoots don't do that. They blink like an animatronic. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're really into those videos and you're really banking on those being real, I'm sorry, I cannot back it, because there's too many inconsistencies with them. The proportions, you know, Thinker Thunker, he's the one that broke that out. The proportions are all wrong. They don't have the same ratio proportions as us. They're shaped different. They're different species. You know, the proportions are wrong. And when it blinks with its whole face, as if a servo is blinking for it. You know, and then, you know, like, what didn't you point out that at one point in one of those there's a leaf in front of it, then all of a sudden there's no leaf.
Yeah,
it cuts to a leaf being gone, and you know, Mr. Standing might have seen something in the past. I think we talked about that once. That he probably saw something out there in the past, and he's chasing it. And he's never going to stop. Because how do you stay into this for 20-something years if you're not motivated?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of big money in the Bigfoot community. I mean, sorry to say it. You don't get into this for money.
No, there's a lot of spent money.
There's a lot of spent money, yeah. But an obsession, if you saw something that changed your life that much, then yes, I believe you would stay and do anything to stay in it so that you could get to the bottom of that.
Right.
So I think Todd might have seen something in the past. I just don't know if those are what do you think? So when that finally breaks, expect a full, a full detailed look into it, and I'll definitely talk you through why it stopped me right in my tracks, to be honest with you guys out there. The Sasquatch thing, we've got everything we need so far except for one big detail. For me personally, everybody's approach to the subject is different. For me, I think I know why it would be kept a secret. I think I know what they might or might not be. I don't think they ride UFOs in here. I think the UFOs are something completely different. But if I was a UFO, I'd be interested in them just as much as us.
Yeah, I've said that before. Like, I do believe that if all these abductions that we've had cases, for a fact that if an alien race is studying us, they're definitely studying those guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stories out there too that link the two, or it caused a lot of people to think that the UFO was riding in the or the Bigfoot was in the UFO or linked to it somehow.
I know people are probably getting sick of this story, but the one that I told you about, the two girls that were in I think it was Pennsylvania back in the 70s.
No, it was Stanford, Kentucky, wasn't it?
No. Those are that was the abduction in Stanford.
Okay.
This one's different because we a couple of oh god, now we're far ahead. I think this was before, this was in the 10s or episodes. We were talking about spheres, the orbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were looking up some stuff, and then I found this article where two girls, were in the woods. They said they saw a metallic object, like a saucer, something opening up, and a pale white, Sasquatch type creature comes out holding an orb in its hand. They get scared. They run away. They go back home. They start ranting and raving, tell their dad. Their dad gets scared. He goes out there with a gun, and he's gone for hours. And then he finally comes back, but they said that he was the color out of his face was he was just he saw a ghost or something.
Right.
He was really distraught, and he just sat there. And after all that happened, the next day there was reports coming in. At the time that he was supposedly in this forest, they said that they saw something hovering over that forest and a light shining down from it. So he was in when this was happening, and this was multiple reports of the same area around that area coming from different people. So that was one of the biggest stories I found that linked the two.
That's what I'm saying. Is there's several that link the two together, and I think I remember when you first said that, I was like, oh, there's something to that.
Because it was the first one. It was even the first one that I found out about the orb. The orb, because we always see orbs in some of these pictures. People say, what are these orbs? Or what can they be? Some people say that the orbs are actual Sasquatch. They shapeshift into these orbs.
Yeah.
Man, I can't get behind a primate being magical. You know what I mean? I have a real hard time with that.
Yeah.
I get that too, but I keep going back to that these probably the native these are native people. They're kind of like Native Americans. They have their shamans. I think we went over that a while back ago too. Is that maybe some of these creatures are these cryptids that are being people see the Wendigo. We keep thinking that maybe the chief of this tribe of Sasquatch wears
A headdress
or something that kind of would represent those types of things, and people would I saw a Wendigo out there or something of that nature.
A medicine man or something.
Yeah, a medicine man.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too, is even with the tree structures, some people say they're for the birth of a new child, a child in their tribe. Right. We said that they might be used for their some type of ritual,
navigation.
I wholeheartedly believe that it should be used for navigation, because we see a lot of these sightings of the big guy by water. I think like just for generations or generations that that was their highway.
Right.
That's how they navigate so much. But if they got off the beating track, that's why I wanted to find some of these like broken down trees, what direction they're pointing, if it's going to point to water, because if it does that, it's a navigational marker for these creatures.
It makes me wonder though, like we're really the only other primates that do that, though, aren't we? That would break branches to mark paths.
Yeah, to mark paths.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe chimps or orangutans or anybody else do. And any of the other primates do that because they have a better sense of smell and a better sense of direction than we would. It just I don't know.
Well,
like
yeah, that would go.
To me, like if Bigfoot's out there, he's a primate, and he's going to follow the rules of nature. That to me is like life as we know it. He would follow under the same rules. Like he's not going to be magical. I hear a lot about the orbs, but nobody ever has said anything to explain what the orbs are, what purpose they would, and why is it always an orb? It's orbs in the ghost hunting community. It's orbs in the alien community. It's orbs in the Bigfoot community. Why an orb?
That's been something that's bothered me for a long time too. Is just trying to understand what is the orbs? Like what are what the hell are they? What's the link?
If anything, I think the link is because you said, in the like ghost hunting community, they see orbs. If anything, it has to be a spirit of them, like their ancestors, follow them, or that's.
I don't know.
That would be that in the realm of possibilities. But the shape shifting thing, it's hard for me.
I feel like the orbs are just tagging along for the ride. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they have any merit. I don't feel like they
do anything.
I don't think they do anything. I don't think they're even real. I think that they're just along for the ride. I think it's part of the experience. If you were to see one of these things, you're going to be awestruck. Let's face it. If any one of us was to see a Sasquatch in the woods, you might envision things that weren't there. Maybe it's not an orb. Maybe it's light through the trees. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, what would the orb do? What purpose would it serve? And why is it spread across almost all of the cryptids?
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's ghost hunting, even UFOs, Sasquatch, and the other cryptids.
Yeah.
I got an email here that's it's a response to a shout out that we did a few episodes back. I'm not even sure how many episodes back at this point, but I know I've told you guys about this guy before, and his name was Mr. John Bacon, and I've got his email here, and I wanted to read his email. And I actually think he made some really good points.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. And I promise that his points are relevant to what we're talking about. Hey, Denny. Hey, Tyler. Thanks for the shout-out on episode 31. 31 already. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're at...
This is like 41 or 42, isn't it? This is 42.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, we recorded...
Yep, 42.
Yep.
My bad, sorry.
Sorry it took so long to hear it. I lost me earbuds. I was going to change that typo from me to my, but when proofreading it, I immediately read it in a pirate voice and chuckled, so I left it in there for you guys too.
I lost me earbuds.
For a while...
That's amazing.
I lost my earbuds for a while. I'm sorry. I
can't even get through it now, just laughing at that.
Then I got into listening to a different podcast, but then I finally got to hear the shout out. LOL. Denny told me about it at work, and one day, but it was a while ago, and I completely forgot about it. When I heard it, I literally had the thought in my head like, whoa, that guy has the same name as me. It didn't cross my mind at first that you were talking about me. I had forgot that this podcast is a buddy of mine's from work. It's a testament to how good the show is. I forget that the guys are around Alexandria while I'm listening to it. I listen to the podcast pretty much all day, and yours is put together very professionally. I know most of the times you guys are sitting out by a fire under the stars and just talking. But the sound is professional, and the content is very interesting. I was reluctant to start your podcast back up because when I listen to them at work. That being said, I can't tell you how much time I've wasted stopping the podcast and wind up going down the YouTube rabbit hole about stuff that I hear on your show. Sidebar. I've never even heard of Dogman before your show. Now, anytime I hear a noise outside heading to my truck in the morning, it's all I think about. That's not the first time I've heard that either.
That's a recurring thing with all of us now.
Even right now, writing this email, I'm in the parking lot of one of my Family Dollars. But this is worth the time to tell you guys that you're doing great. If I can offer one bit of advice, keep up the investigative approach and try to lean on those skeptical sides of the stories. It makes things that could actually be true more valuable when the evidence is stacked against a more disproving method of storytelling. P.S. I love the mapping of Louis. There really could be something there. But use the scientific method. If something is there, it will be found. And if it isn't there, that's okay too. I love the show, guys. Keep it up. Sincerely, Mr. Bacon. Thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks,
dude.
man.
Actually, that end was like a really like eye opener.
It's inspiring,
especially like because right now we're kind of torn against the orb thing. Like we don't know, we can't believe it, and I'm with that on the whole portals thing. That these creatures can use portals. So, but I'm not gonna I will never disclose anybody that discourage somebody. If they think that this is what it is, it could be but I've never seen it, so it's hard for me. So, but we gotta figure it out together and try to understand how are they doing it. If these things can do that, what are they because nothing in this world can do these things. So it's hard to grasp.
To me, for the portals thing would be it's explaining away. Problems with the Bigfoot itself. Mm-hmm. Why is it visible for a second, but then not? Well, that's an easy wrap up and put a bow on it. Portals.
Oh, you think it might have been just tossed out there? One day somebody's like, "Oh, why can't we see them?" Or and then we don't see them. Oh, it's portals. And they just threw it in there, and it just kind of spiraled out of control there.
They put a pretty little bow on it and wrapped it up, and then there you go. They just explained it away, and then it just took off like wildfire. Like I said, anything that's on this earth, that lives on this earth, that we know of, the way this earth operates, is going to fall under that. It's going to have to fall under life as we know it.
There's something interesting that I recently stumbled upon regarding the portals thing.
Yeah,
and. When I got to it, I cross-referenced it, and I dug deeper to make sure I wasn't following some, onion type website.
Which is easy to do.
I found my way to the Smithsonian, where scientists are sure now that axion portals actually do exist in the quantum realm.
What are axion portals?
Axion portals are basically what happens in beyond microscopic areas of just physics, where it's like a molecule might be here, and due to whatever it is they're trying to figure it out, the molecule is now gone and over here now. Mm-hmm. And apparently this is a big thing, and there's quite a lot of resource being put to figure out exactly how it happens and why. But so far they have come to the point where they're willing to name them an axion portal, and it has something to do with dark matter. I don't know what.
There's some stuff behind that too. With it dives into the dark energy. Yeah. It's not just dark matter, because I was just recently reading an article on the discovery of dark energy.
Yeah.
And its correlation with dark matter, and it's all from the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
They're talking about how they're...
It's funny that... It is funny to me that there's actually a science there.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean...
Yeah.
A week or two ago, I'm like, well, I don't know about portals. Right. And now it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm the asshole here. There's portals. I didn't know that.
Is it like, you say molecules, is this like at a smaller scale?
It is, but if you look at physics,
it could...
Anything that can happen on a small scale in physics
could possibly...
Generally speaking, the pattern is 99% of it also happens... elsewhere and bigger.
We actually threw this out there one time. Maybe the reason why we're seeing all these cryptids are maybe these portals happening, and we're getting something from another dimension. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like
that same group, I believe it's Smithsonian, is fairly certain that they know that there is a fifth dimension of being
that's falling in like.
They're not saying anything like it's we're having overlaps. They're just saying, like, look at it this way, like I said, like 10 years ago it's science fiction. Now they're like, well, yeah, I mean, it's it's there.
They don't want to disclose it, but they want to let you know that it's possible in some ways.
I wouldn't disclose it. Put it that way. I would probably be like, yeah, guys, there's portals that can randomly open and we don't know why.
So is that like, because that we said this too, is that why random people go missing? Like they're going
recently through. I watched an interview with David Paulides, who was talking about a study. He didn't go specifics. He just said that there was a group of scientists working on the idea that portals do open, or they're already there. They don't just randomly pop open. They're there. They're not sitting still. Like, I don't know if you guys have this mental image that I do when I think about these, just a round opening somewhere.
Right. I mean, yeah, like basic all
right?
science fiction.
Yeah.
It's the semicircle.
Yeah, it's just sitting there. It's like Bugs Bunny's endless, hole that he had or whatever.
Right.
And that's not exactly what they're saying. It's almost as if it's just like the world is not sitting still. Neither are these. They're moving. Just because they are a bend in time and space, they're not free of it.
Right.
They're still subjective to a lot of things. The one thing that I felt was interesting was that upsets to an area, what was the one consistency in the stories is the loud, like, clanking sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The trap sound.
The trap sound. That was it. Yeah. Like a steel trap slamming shut and poof.
Yeah.
The person's gone. And a lot of people were like, well, maybe there's a trap door somewhere. But then I don't know what a portal sounds like. And portal might be a terrible name for it. It could be something, like I said, I've got the mental image of the circle just in the, standing there and you just jump through it. But there's nothing, we have no basis to say that that's what they are. This could be something that's moving and it's almost aggressive. Mm-hmm. It could be life as we don't know it. It could be something that just consumes. Look at a black hole. It just consumes. We don't know the purpose of it. We just know that it consumes.
And it's powerful.
Yeah. We feel it from here, like that's nuts.
Yeah.
I still I need to find this link to you guys. Apparently this was like months ago. Apparently some university had a telescope pointed at an area where there was a black hole going on.
Yeah.
They found the black hole, but they saw something go across it. Didn't get sucked in, went across it.
Oh yeah, that's insanity to think about.
Like what type of thing went across a black hole? Like a black hole, like you were saying, it consumes, and it probably the most powerful force known, like, you do not want to experience that, like, at all. Like,
no, I watched something recently that was talking about black holes, and a quarter-sized black hole placed on the Arctic Circle would implode Earth.
Wow.
It would be a ball of fire, and it would just gone.
No shit. The amount of force there.
Oh, yeah.
And something that you said just flies past it.
Yeah, I mean, you take a refrigerator magnet that size, you throw it on the Earth, and if it was a black hole, we're all gone. Wow. Done.
That's
gone.
that blows my
Ceased
mind.
to
Yeah,
exist.
that's like,
reduced back to molecules. Gone.
Like, I just really hope that was just something on the fucking lens, just like, because like if it was just a small alien just crawling across the lens, I'd feel like, okay, it's an alien, it's just a small alien, who cares?
It's perspective.
Yeah, but like whatever was that far away,
yeah, like
and literally passing a black hole. I don't want to meet this. I don't want to meet whatever that is.
Could you imagine, like, you're looking at it, it's flying past. I mean, if they're that, dude, if they're that badass, could you imagine you're sitting there looking through the telescope like, holy shit, this thing just went right, and then there's a little window and it's like a craft, and all of a sudden you just see someone staring out the window. They're like, yeah, I can see your planet. Yeah, they flip you off. Like, that's mean. Yeah.
Not right.
We'll be there in a couple 100 years to wipe you guys out. Shit. We shouldn't have pointed the telescope at him. I still find it interesting. Even Stephen Hawking said, turn it off. Like, dude, turn it off. We don't want to broadcast. And now they've got a signal that's been going on for months, aimed right at us from who knows where. And everybody's excited about it. Oh, dude, aliens. Dude, that could be like a list of demands. We're supposed to like write it down. Like, we want this much shit, or we're coming.
It's the rider list.
Yeah. We just flew in front of the black hole to show you guys we're not to be trifled with. You're gonna want to get all this shit together immediately.
That was just my kid on his trike.
Yeah. That was our practice run. All of our new guys have to do that before they get their CDL.
Right.
Their cosmic driver's license.
I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said that, if somebody was able to travel to us, that our greatest accomplishments on Earth would be the equivalent of a macaroni glue painting on a refrigerator to them.
We have sliced bread. Huh?
Right.
We're always talking about it. Sliced bread? No? Okay.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
We base everything on it.
It's
do the thing like.
Huh? What do you guys think? Did you guys see TikTok? Huh?
So, for all of you people that are listening, let me take a brief second to describe what happened, because you have no idea.
We're doing magic tricks.
What was going on? Tyler was doing the thing where you have your fingers and the OK signs, and then you put it behind your head, and it comes back out, and they're connected.
Yeah,
because it's magic.
We're gonna blow their minds.
Yeah.
Wait till we break out the old detachable thumb.
I just did that.
We break that.
Yeah.
I'd save that one till the end, though. It's like the finale.
I don't know. I think Got Your Nose would be a good one.
Ooh. Unless they don't have noses.
It's even better.
They would probably take that as offense.
Ooh, what's that? The human is displaying that he has taken my nasal sensory organ.
My sniffing apparatus.
Sniffing apparatus. We don't use that anymore. Oh, shit.
We're beyond smell.
The thumb thing, is that out, or?
We spend eons in a spaceship. Yeah. If you've ever spent any time in an RV, you don't want to smell.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
That's why they don't have noses.
They don't have noses because it stinks.
Yeah.
Wow. It stinks.
You think about every gray alien picture you've ever seen. They got great big eyes. Well, you got to have big eyes to see.
Yeah.
The bigger the eyes, the better you can see.
Yeah.
You don't want a nose because don't poop on the spaceship. Everybody can smell it.
Yeah, honestly, it makes total sense.
I know my nonsense is like stupid accurate sometimes.
That is scary because it makes sense to me. Like, yeah, it's a long trip. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you go is a long trip, and death is literally around every. I want to say corner, but sorry. There's a lot of spherical things out there. Every
radius.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's just go with that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm saying is the whole thing I was trying to get to before, the tangents, is that
tangents are real.
A little, a couple days ago it's science fiction, and then here in a couple days it's just not. And I think it's just we're just learning more.
I mean, look at everything we've ever had for science fiction up to this point.
Yeah.
You guys remember the old comic book Dick Tracy?
Sure.
With the watch?
Yeah.
We have that now.
That was so awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Back then it was incredible. The TV watch, like with video calls and the talking on it and all that. That exists now.
Yep.
I mean, look at anything on the old Star Treks or the old, any of the old science fiction shows. 90% of the magical stuff they're using, we have. Video calling.
Yeah, that's... I mean, shit, just look at like the last 10 years streaming. This episode is going out, and that wasn't even possible. Now it's possible. Now things are being sent instantly,
Yeah. If we wanted to do this, we would actually have to buy radio time.
Oh, yeah. We would have to get us a big old ham radio station.
We would actually have to get a call sign or call name or whatever.
We'd have to have licenses.
Yeah, the license isn't it like a disc jockey or a ham?
Yep.
Ham
the old
radio?
FCC would check in on us regularly. Now we just have each other. We'll just get canceled.
Yeah, that's true.
I still stand by what I said before. I mean, at this stage in our show, I mean, if you cancel us, I mean, you're just making us more famous than we were a minute ago, which is not incredibly a lot,
Right. Isn't that how the Bare Naked Lady band got huge? Because they got canceled by a mayor?
Yeah, I think their show got canceled because of the name.
Somebody needs to cancel us.
Dude, somebody out there's got to be something that we said or did that pissed you off.
I was going to say, maybe... Travis Drum can say something, but I don't think he would ever say anything ill about us.
I love that guy.
He's never going to say anything negative about us.
But yeah, we definitely need to get him on the phone. Remember?
I know I've been trying, but he's a family man and he's got a lot going on, and every time I try, it seems like it's a bad time.
But he won the contest that Denny did.
We're gonna have to go to his house.
No,
I think we should.
He said it was
Travis. We need your address.
What the heck? He literally said he can't even give a phone call. You really think he would really accept us walking up to his house?
If he comes home from his family activities and we're just in his living room, it's like, hey, buddy.
No, he'd probably shoot us.
We like breakfast, so maybe we just get to him before he can have his family activities.
Oh yeah. What if we bring breakfast?
Oh, yeah.
We lay a platter out you can go out with your family, but there's these pancakes and sausage.
Waffles.
And waffles. Everything.
I love waffles.
Okay, we're getting on a
tangent.
tangent.
Like all of it.
Here we go again.
I like all of it.
Tyler's going to be scalding us.
Yeah, well.
We had a whole, 40-minute conversation about marinara sauce. Let's not talk about waffles.
Yeah.
We'll be in big trouble, Denny.
I know. You know what I was thinking about on the way here today was how cool would it be to I got this idea for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. And even better, I was thinking that if you could graphic them together maybe and maybe throw some ideas down. The one I want personally is just I really want a pocket shirt. I just like pocket shirts.
I love pocket shirts.
And I want and I want it to say Kentucky X-Files, and then on the back I want the demonic cow, and I just want it to say Beware the Cowman.
Nice. Can we add one more thing to that if we're going to go pocket shirts?
Yeah.
Can we put all three of us in the pocket, and when you pull it down,
you actually see
we're
us
flipping the bird or something?
It'd be amazing.
We have the technology.
We could be in the pocket.
We could be, we're in the pocket. And then every time you're wearing our shirt, you just look down and you see us. And we're flipping you off, apparently.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever, right?
I mean, it's something we would do,
Yeah. I just think it'd be great. But I was thinking, how cool would it be to come up with, say, a few different ideas for T-shirts, right? And do a vote. Put it out there and let everybody vote on them and see what they'd like. And I really want a cowman shirt. So that's
I'm game for
I really
cowman
want a
shirt.
cowman shirt.
I love that that's taken off.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
I get random cowman text messages
Yeah.
from listeners.
It's wonderful. You know, the cowman is like, I really feel like it's becoming a mascot, and I love that.
Yes.
I really do. I think it's.
I mean, it's perfect because, you know, like the Dogman is just a domesticated werewolf. So
Sure.
the Cowman is just a domesticated minotaur.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah, he just doesn't have the man part in him.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a man. What's a minotaur? It's a bull with a lot of guy in him.
Okay.
That's kind of sounds bad, doesn't it? That sounds a little bit bad. Let's move on from it.
We're about to be canceled.
Ooh,
Let's
that'd be
do it.
great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll get canceled. It'll be awesome. No, but I think it'd be cool to put out some different T-shirt designs. Let all these good people who are just out of pity listening to us, and let them vote on it, and maybe send them a shirt or something. I think that'd be really badass.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
I mean, flip yeah.
flip yeah.
Oh yeah, we cuss
Yeah,
words.
there's been
a lot
slips,
of like
you know.
F words.
Yeah.
This is not your father's podcast.
But our folks out there, they're grown ups.
Yeah.
grown-ups.
Speaking of our folks, don't we have some comments we want to comment on?
Yeah, I
or-
think we had some
Comments.
comments.
On the comments.
Yeah.
that we
I know
wanna comment on.
Fairy Girl has been on there, and I was trying to convince her to just get on the phone with us and just bullshit, just talk. And she always, every time she comments, she always lays out some really really good info and some. She drops some knowledge. What can I say? And I was like,
and she double and triple comments.
she
just
does
to blow up the algorithm.
That's all. Yeah, she always says that. I'm back for more algo. Oh, let's see. What did she say? Yeah, she says the weird thing about the life after death experience is you find out you're scared of death, but it's actually calming and not scary. This is in regards to episode 40, by the way. I believe an experience like that can make you more sensitive and tapped in, which you should definitely do a show on that. We should embrace the gifts, even if they are scary at times. I believe it enhanced me to be an empath, which is a blessing and a curse. I think if you've experienced that touches the veil, it definitely taps you in. And exactly, we unlearn our natural instincts and open our minds and innocent. You guys are cracking me up. I always write you guys a book. It makes me kind of feel like I'm in on the conversation. Also, for fairies, gnomes, cream milk works. Being Celtic, we have amazing lore. Awesome new show, guys. Thank you so much, and peace. And at that point, I went on to trying to get her on the show with us, which she actually responded saying that being ill and homebound, she's kind of stuck there. But if she gets better this year, she would definitely come up and be on the show. And I said, well, maybe we should just come to you. There I go, inviting us into people's homes again. And
Well, this time you're asking.
I'm just saying
you
that
really want to just jump in.
Truly enjoy reading her comments and her insights. And I love the Celtic lore. I really do. I think it's a if you guys out there haven't ever looked into it, I personally looked into Celtic beliefs all the way back to the Druids and Merlin himself, which is amazing. If you really look into the belief of the dragon, the earth and all that, it's absolutely beautiful belief system and definitely worth looking into. Kentucky Greenskeeper comments that bison burgers are freaking awesome. You're absolutely correct, sir. And he came over from How to Hunt.
Yeah, I remember that.
I talked to him back and forth over on How to Hunt, and he's a pretty awesome dude. And he's
welcome aboard.
I know he
comments a lot.
He definitely keeps up with us, and even recently he commented. He commented this on our last midweek mystery, saying that every body size reacts differently to hypothermia and dehydration. There's no possible way that 2 adults, a baby, and a dog all died at the same time. Bullcrap. That family deserves for the truth to be told, and once again, we apparently don't deserve the truth or can't handle it. I'm so fed up with the misleading bullshit that they're throwing at us. Absolutely agree.
Absolutely.
That's a great point that I didn't even think about. You didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I love our
Our
listeners.
people, yeah, wonderful.
I feel like we kind of touched based on what he was saying, because you got to think, especially like a child, an infant would totally, I get it being out in that heat. They probably would like have some type of heat stroke that could happen. But 2 adults and a dog, like you guys were saying, that dog would have ran if it was dying of heat, like heat exhaustion and dehydration. It would have ran into that water.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, like you wouldn't even be able to stop that dog if it wanted a drink.
Speaking of that, Greg B comments on the same video. No, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying that explanation either. Not even on half price day. The dog wouldn't have stayed there and just died. The survival instincts are just too high in animals. So I feel like everybody's pretty much on the same wavelength we are about this. I don't buy it for a second. I think that whether it was environmental or unexplainable, I believe that it should just be told.
Right.
You know, if we're disclosing UFOs, come on. We can talk. We can talk this out. You know, get the people in on it, you know.
The only thing that I think the reason why they might have, like, and I'm going out like on a limb here and I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think it's because of, like, what do we say that in that park was, like, it had, like, there's certain times they can be closed for environmental, like, problems or something of that. Like they said something about gas leaks and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, why not? If it was environmental, why not just, hey, look, there's a problem in this area. It's environmental. We're working on it. We're not sure yet. We're trying to figure it out. You know,
big companies, man. Whoever owns that property would probably be in a lot of crap.
Yeah, they should be held accountable. They should be held accountable. I feel like that's a big problem with us as a species. Is, you know, we put labels on everything. We want to just keep on building and keep on destroying. Today, I was behind a shopping center waiting to deliver some product, right? I look up and the hillside has been sprayed with cement, right? To hold it in place. We don't want that pesky old earth and trees and dirt and stuff and, you know, the natural world. We don't want the natural world ruining our shopping mall. And I'm looking at it, and as I sit there and look at it, the sun's rising. And the sun is literally rising just as beautiful as ever. And it's coming up over it, and at the very top is a little patch of trees trying desperately to hang on. And there's cracks in this concrete everywhere, and the little plants are trying their hardest to get through those cracks and succeeding barely. And all I could think was, wow, we're artists. Man, we're artists. You know, what was it for? Well, what was it for? A fucking shopping mall? Does this shit really matter? When I die, I'm not going to be laying there on my deathbed thinking, man, wish I could have got that bargain. You know what I'll probably be wishing for? I'll probably be wishing to see one more sunrise and one more forest. You know, that's probably what I'm going to care about, or the people around me. We should be accountable. If something that we built killed these people, we should be held accountable for that. Shame on us. Mm-hmm. Not to go too dark here, we got Fairy Girl on another one here, and she says, "Yay, we can see ya." Must have been the midweek.
Yeah.
She's the only one ever that excited to see us, and bless her heart for it. It definitely doesn't make any sense at all. What BS? A whole family, including a dog, just lays down and dies. Totally covering up something. I'm not sure what it could possibly be. It could be cover up of a type of spill. They protect companies over deaths. Boom. There you have it right there. I'd be checking every company, pipeline, buried waste dump, etc. Definitely praying for peace for the family that didn't get real answers. Maybe don't murder someone if you don't want it to haunt you, literally or in your mind. Oh, the ghost thing after that one. I forgot about that. Yeah. I believe the times have caused something to happen where we are seeing way more supernatural sightings, ghosts, UFOs, strange creatures, and sounds than ever. Thanks, guys. It was great seeing you, and have a safe weekend. Peace.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. You and I were just having, me and Tyler were actually just having a conversation before Denny got here about big companies slaughtering people and not even getting so much as a slap on the wrist.
Absolutely.
And it's absolutely true. It sounds like conspiracy theory stuff, but it is not. It really does happen.
There's that point, and it stops being a conspiracy, and it's just fact.
It's crap because, fines and like all this money that you spend for like if you get a ticket, like it works for the working class person. Like, I don't want to spend hundreds, thousands of dollars on this fine because I screwed up.
Yeah.
So it makes you think. But when it's a company that's huge, millions of dollars is nothing to them.
Right.
They'll just do that and just go back to work.
As a matter of fact, for all the listeners out there, feel free to just look up Bayer, the aspirin company, and look up what they did with the blood clotting medicine and how many people died as a result of it.
Yeah.
And, see what they did about, moving to a different country and selling the exact same stuff and slaughtering hundreds of thousands of people there as well.
Pretty much.
And nobody in the United States did any time.
No,
it's crazy.
Unfortunately, we've designed a country, and now we're designing a world that's just economically based and economically driven. And honestly, we literally have bought and paid for this, and
we're consumers.
It's disgusting.
We're collateral damage.
Yeah,
that's all we are.
No matter we're going to reap what we sow. It's like, sorry to say that, but we are, because we buy into it because we wake up every morning to go to that job that we hate just so we can buy the things that we want but we don't need. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I do the same thing. It's just, it's the way we live now. But I feel like some people take it too far. Some people take it way too far. They'd rather... I actually talked to somebody, too. We just had a huge Amazon around our area just built. The good thing about it is it gave this area a lot more jobs. And that's awesome. But what I believe... was it Jeff Bezos? Is that his name?
Yeah.
When he looks at that, instead of just sitting back and be like, "Look what I built," actually being thrilled about what he created, what he started, and what he actually did, he's looking more at a dollar sign, and that hurts me. That upsets me, is because. No one's when you get that big, you're not proud of your creation anymore. You're just making it bigger so you can line your pockets. But that's what where we live in. It's just more and more and more.
Yeah, like I said, it's the world we live in. It's something that bothers me on a daily basis, even though I'm part of it. I'm part of that whole thing. But Fairy Girl's comment.
Yeah.
She thinks something is happening. Something's slipping. It's causing all this.
Yeah.
And maybe our world is pushing back. It's something that I've felt for a long time, is that the universe pushes back. We can only do so much negative before something starts fighting us. There's always that opposite and equal reaction. These things we're seeing. I mean, look at the old, the old ones of the world. The indigenous peoples of the world. they believe in the spirits. They believe in these things, and they respected them. They respected everything, the ground that we walked on, Well, as the Native Americans, were famous for saying that we don't own the earth. We can't put a dollar sign on it. It's not ours to own. It's a gift. Just being here is a gift, I wish we could go back to that. Really do. Maybe one day, But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, we every week we get a lot of folks reaching out and giving us their opinions, and God, I appreciate it so much. I really do. It's nice to know they're there.
That's my favorite thing is reading comments.
Yeah,
I love that. I
really do. I know I try to keep up. Lately it's hard to respond to everybody, and I try to make sure that I at least let them know, like, hey, we're hearing you loud and clear. It's much easier to just get on here and just, kind of call you guys out a little bit out there. I want you to know that we're reading you loud and clear.
Yeah.
And I definitely wanted to let everybody know. I know we're getting ready to wrap this up. I can feel it in the air, and the time or whatever. But I saw where you guys were voting. I've been putting these little votes out, just getting people's opinions, so we have things we can work on in the future about what would be a worthy thing to, like a membership on our YouTube channel or whatever. And it was like almost overwhelming in a live stream while we're recording the podcast, for members. That if you want to wait till Monday for the episode, it'll be there. It's always going to be there unless we fall into a portal or something. And even then, I'm not sure we wouldn't try to do the show.
We have the technology. We probably can.
We'll just keep the shit strapped to us and just keep recording, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just saying we have Anchor.
That's true. We have it.
They have this new thing now.
And we're so good at commercials.
It's like cosmic streaming.
Cosmic streaming. Interdimensional streaming.
Yeah.
But you guys seem to have voted that you would like access to a live stream to chat with us while we're recording, which I think would be fantastic to have, maybe a little laptop or something going on there and let them basically just watch through webcam and chat, and we can kind of bounce stuff off them.
We're all gonna have to get on the same side of the table for that.
Yeah,
we would have, if we get some cameras, we can have our own camera faced at us.
Well, no, to see the chat.
Yeah, to see the chat.
Oh,
well,
we can get different monitors too.
There is a way we can pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
I have extra monitors. We could set one up.
You guys don't want to cuddle? Just say it.
Okay, I mean, I'm in. I'm in. We have solutions out there.
Yeah.
If you guys tune in to a live stream and we are cuddling, just go with it.
I was thinking about buying one giant Snuggie that we can. We'll have 6 armholes.
Kentucky X-Files Snuggie.
There you go.
Can we put the cowman on it?
Yeah.
All right. As long as we can put the cowman on it, I'm good.
So yeah, I think definitely doing a live stream would be a lot of fun. And
sure.
it would be a members thing. If you want to help us out on the channel and support it and keep we'll keep pushing this thing farther and farther, and that support would go straight to that. And at the same time, it would be cool because I think our live stream watchers would be more of a part of the show every week.
But I'm just saying, I think everybody needs to get ready for season 2. There's so much stuff coming. We got, I'm going to pull one out of Trump's. We got huge ideas. Huge. They're so huge.
Okay.
Huge.
That's all you got to do. You just say it's great, and
it's so great.
And it's the best idea. And
we got the best ideas.
You got too much H though. It's huge.
Huge. Oh yeah.
He's from New York.
Hey, you know what? Say what you will about the man. At least he was entertaining.
Right.
He's entertaining. I really I try to stay out of the political thing as much as humanly possible because it's depressing.
Yeah.
It's just depressing. You know, it's like you ever go to an old folks home and see two old men arguing. You want to break them up. You're like, come on, guys, just calm down. Calm down. You know, it's not, and then one falls asleep.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, he's so peaceful. Just let him be. He's so peaceful. I'm saying there's no sense to be made. You gotta let them just kind of do their thing, and you know.
Yeah.
I'll leave them to it.
I'm just waiting for so many people to go to sleep because I'm so tired of getting on Facebook and reading the exact same stuff every single time.
Absolutely.
From both sides of the coin. It's
it's just one of those things. It's
the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. I knew you it seemed like you were
I was
right
trying
there.
not to, but you pushed me right over. So yeah, guys, I don't know. You guys want to wrap this one up and let these people have their IQs back?
Yeah.
We totally had ourselves a Seinfeld episode there.
Yeah.
It was good though.
Absolutely. Always, it's always a pleasure, guys, really. I do enjoy this.
Yeah, same
when we don't get together and record, it's actually kind of a bummer. I can tell the next day I'm like, no,
dang it.
Didn't really get to hang out with the dudes,
Just shoot the breeze.
Yeah. Then I try to I want to find some random people and start talking to them about this, and they'd say get out of my house, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Your couch is so comfortable.
Yeah, but you don't want to talk about Bigfoot with me. I'll leave. And they're like, please do before we call the police. So then I go home. It's depressing. It's sad. It's really sad. Anyway, guys, you out there, thank you so much for putting up with all this. And Tyler's right. Season 2 is going to be awesome. I can't wait. And you know what? Just take care of each other. And be good. Just do your best.